Hey everybody. Today I wanted to talk about the 2016 to 2018 Honda Civics and the AC issues that a lot of them have been having, particularly with mine. I was getting cold air out of the passenger side vents and then hot air out of the driver's side vents. And I just thought that my AC actually had stopped working until I had a passenger sitting in the car, and when they were sitting in here, I noticed that they weren't complaining about the heat. I was over here sweating, and they were just fine. So I put my hand right here, hot air. Put my hand right here, cold air. Um, so I went ahead, and once I figured that out, I went ahead and I took it into Honda because the car's still under warranty. And they had tested it, and they found that it was low on refrigerant, which is why it blows cold on the passenger side vents, but not on the driver's side vents. And this is just the base model. It doesn't have the dual air or anything like that, so there's no reason that it should be coming out different temperatures. It's all just one temperature. Um, but nonetheless, whether you have that system or the base model system, it should operate the same way unless you're turning the dials and getting different temperatures. Anyways, um, they found that it was low on refrigerant, and that's why that was happening. And there's a bunch of videos and forums and stuff like that where people complaining about the same thing, and it's a low refrigerant problem, is the majority of the cases. But in this case, they didn't find a leak. They just said, oh, it's low on refrigerant, and they wanted me to pay for the service and everything like that, even though this is a warranty claim. I gave them some few friendly words, and after some discussion with the service manager, they came back and they realized that what they were doing was wrong, and they went ahead and they did see if I can get it on here, an evac and recharge. So it's blowing warm air, not cooling on the driver's side, blows hot air. That's what they put on there. Return it in 1,000 miles. So they wanted me to drive it around after they put some dye in there and bring it back and see if they're going to be able to find a leak later on. So what they didn't put on the paper, but what they did tell me, was that they actually went through and they tightened all the fittings. I don't know what that means. They didn't put that on the paper, but that's what they told me. And so after they recharged it, it's actually been working great, just like when I bought the car. It hasn't stopped working yet. I've put about 600 miles on it since then. But yeah, so basically the video, I just wanted to kind of help out people that don't have a warranty and don't have the ability to take it to somebody. If you do have the air coming out from different vents, different temperatures, and you don't have a warranty and you're just on a budget, you can't take it into a shop or anything like that, try to take it in for find one of those shops that do like a free service or a free inspection. And if they tell you, well, yeah, your system's low on refrigerant, if you have the ability to do it, go ahead and run over to AutoZone, but make sure you get the refrigerant that has the dye in it, the leak detecting dye. You do still need a black light with that. I think there's different brands have different ways of finding the leak, but just make sure you read the bottle. But the one that the dealership put in my car, it needs a black light. So just grab one of those. They're pretty straightforward. I think really anybody can do it. But they have the directions on there. There's a lot of videos out there too. You just attach the can, refill the refrigerant, and then you just continue to drive it until you can find the leak. Now this is, again, if you don't have a warranty on your car and you're just, I think just to even look at my car, they quoted me like $130 just to look at it. That wasn't even to, poke anything at it. It was just to take it into the back of the dealership. So that was just ridiculous. So yeah, you get a leak detector, put it in there. drive it around until you can find the leak yourself, and then from there you can understand how to fix it and what the problem is. But so for this particular model on my car, that's what the issue was. It was just low refrigerant. Again, AC systems are closed systems. Well, they only lose refrigerant if they have a leak. I mean, refrigerant is designed to last hundreds of thousands of miles. You should be able to go on any car at least 100,000 miles without having to service anything, as far as the AC system. But this car's only got like 28,000 miles on it or something like that, like 30,000 miles. So that should not happen this early while still under warranty, all that kind of stuff, and they're giving you that much trouble. So if you do have a warranty and you're having issues with your AC, take it into the dealership. They are responsible for it if you're under the 36,000 mile 3-year warranty. If you're outside of that, I would talk to them first and try to see if they could help you. If you have 90,000 miles on the car and it's just not under warranty anymore, that's what I would attempt to do first, is stop by one of the shops or AutoZone, places like that, and top off your refrigerant after you get it verified that it's, you know, low. A lot of shops out, and especially in my area, they'll do like a free inspection. They'll look at everything, they'll test and see, you know, just real quick with a cheap gauge, you know, if you're low on refrigerant or not. And then they'll let you know, and that kind of gives you the idea of where to go from there. But grab a little bottle if you're low on refrigerant, refill it back up, but make sure it has the dye in it, so that way you can look for the leak yourself. And then from there you can understand, you know, what you're looking at as far as the repairs and the costs and stuff like that, or where it might be actually leaking from, as opposed to taking somebody else's word for it. So doing something like that, it is something that you could do yourself. Like I said, there's a bunch of videos out there. So, but I just wanted to do this quick video and just kind of help out people. This is a 2016, but it also applies up to the 17. I think the 2016 and 17 were the ones that had the major issues with the AC. If you actually do a quick Google search, there are tons of complaints about the condensers leaking and the AC compressors failing well under like 30,000 miles. So I'm not sure why they're not actually doing something about this yet. But I think if everybody complains and keeps pushing forward with it, I think one day they'll actually do something about it and we can all get this fixed. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll try to help out as best as I can. And yeah, thanks guys. I hope this quick little information video helps out.